Hello, everyone. I would like to use this speech as a memorial tribute to my paternal grandmother, Miss Florence Paul Davis. She was a very strong influence in my early life, and the effects of that linger on even today, primarily in my love for reading and a respectfulness for all other people. My grandmother was a school teacher, a college graduate long before women were commonly attending college. That didn't always work to the advantage of a rambunctious young boy, as the old adage of spare the rod and spoil the child was still the rule of the day. So while I missed more punishments than I ever received, the most dreaded phrase for us grandchildren in those days was, "Go get a willow switch." But that being said, she was undoubtedly the kindest, gentlest, warm hearted soul I have ever known. Her house was full of books, and she would spend hours reading to us grandchildren. Not just children's books, mind you, but all different kinds of books. I mean, my favorite book was a historical account of the great ships of the past. I can distinctly remember her reading to me about John Paul Jones and his ship, the Bonhomme Richard, many times. I was too young to read myself, but the beautiful illustrations in the book and the vivid images she would create in my imagination with the inflection and the passion with which she read, it still sticks with me. She was also a great cook. Among other things, she would cook homemade yeast rolls twice a day, once in the evening and once in the morning. I can remember waking up to the smell of baking bread and running downstairs and grabbing one of the rolls while they were still warm and filling it full of fig preserves. Oh my gosh, it was so good. But her real passion was her flower garden. When I was little, it wrapped the whole way around her house. Back in the late 1960s, she and her flower garden were even featured in Better Homes and Gardens. She never talked about it, of course, because that wasn't her way. But I can remember she kept a copy of that particular issue in a magazine rack beside her favorite chair. And when she thought nobody was, paying any attention, she would occasionally slip it out, and I could see her smiling as she would be, sort of rereading through the articles. Uh, but the most important thing that she ever gave to us grandchildren was really instilling us with a deep sense of the importance of personal integrity and respect for other people, all other people, regardless of who they were or where they came from. Those lessons have served me well throughout my life. She was a great positive influence and role model, a woman of strong faith and convictions, and I miss her sorely even today. Thank you very much.